Hello, Live Love family. Happy Friday. I'm here with your weekly update. It's a little bit short and sweet this week. All right, so for intakes, Bonnie, beautiful Bonnie, came into rescue, as all of you have probably seen. Bonnie is a senior pit bull. Her mom had to go into assisted living. Her family brought her to the shelter, and she was met by the Blockhead Brigade team and Cynthia, and sent away because the shelter was full. They were networking her. We caught wind of her and fell in love with her immediately, and we were able to find a foster home. The first foster did not work, unfortunately, because Bonnie could not do the stairs in and out of her house. And now she's with a temporary foster with Tessa. Huge thanks to Tessa for taking her in. Tessa just lost forever foster faith a little over a month ago, and her heart is still raw, but we really appreciate you stepping up to help Bonnie temporarily. And good news, Bonnie has several interested parties who are coming to meet her this weekend that want to forever foster. For right now, that's what we're listing her as. It could be that after some time, she can be outright adopted, but at her age, we definitely want to be able to still assist folks with her medical care and go that route. So that's the update on Bonnie. She's doing great. Okay, and then foster to adopt, nothing new this week, but there's lots in the works, so stay tuned on that. Adoption, same thing, nothing new, but we have a few that are going to be finalizing in the next day or so, so we'll have a lot more to report there next week. And then for medical, got a little bit going on. So Bonnie, anytime we take a dog in, especially a senior, we like to get them in first thing as soon as they come into rescue. So she had her intake exam with primary care Bixby Knowles. That's blood work, that's urinalysis. Oftentimes we'll do x-rays. In her case, we actually did an ultrasound. And so a couple things she has going on. Her blood work looks really good for her age. She does have some elevated pressures in her eyes. So she's at the early stages of glaucoma. We were worried that it was uveitis, so we sent a panel out for that. It's not. Uveitis is like a really nasty infection of the eyes, but she's on medication for it just to be safe, and she's on several eye drops to help manage that pressure, and then we'll recheck that in a few weeks. So the ultrasound of her abdomen, just did a real brief one because she has kind of like a pendulous, it's not a mass, it just seems like fluid or swelling in her abdomen. We didn't see any free formed fluid, so that's a good thing. But we did see some kind of grit or cloudiness around her gallbladder. So we're going to be scheduling her for a more extensive ultrasound just to get to the bottom of that and see, what might be going on so that we can best support her. Chandler, our little stray guy, he is still on stray hold. We are looking for his people. So far, nothing. So please keep sharing him. I'll put him back on our stories so you can screenshot it and share. But Chandler was found as a stray, and he went in just for the basics, all of his vaccines, deworming, got a neuter estimate, and he's going to be neutered soon. So we'll get that all taken care of and hand him back to his people if we ever find them with all that done. All right, Adoptable Zero he just got neutered, so that's good. And he's not going to be adoptable much longer. He has several interested parties in adoption pending for him. So yay, very excited for Zero. Okay, a little bit more on the urgent side, Perdy and her puppies, and I want to give a huge props to Jess for noticing this right away. They started developing some sniffling. It was really just Perdy and one of the puppies at first, and so a little bit of sniffling, a little bit of nasal discharge, and so we started monitoring that immediately, and then got them into the vet the next day, and by that time, all of the puppies were experiencing this. So they all started on Clavamox, and we sent a respiratory panel out just to make sure that we're treating it with the right antibiotics. Clavamox is very broad spectrum, but we've had such run-ins with like resistant this, resistant that, that we are just doing panels on pretty much everything to make sure that we're getting it with the right antibiotics the first time. And last but not least, Creed is being neutered today, and then his adoption will be finalized. So that's exciting. He's actually being neutered at a different veterinary hospital because Creed somehow broke his leg in his wild puppy antics. And his foster, when we have puppies that aren't fixed yet, they're on foster to adopt. And his mom was so great. She had everything covered with his leg. And so he's getting the pins out of his leg today, and they're just going to neuter him at the same time. So we chipped in for that at that other vet. So it worked out in the long run. and then his adoption can be finalized. And hopefully he won't see the vet again until next year for his follow-up, you know, for his annual. So that is the weekly report. I do want to thank you all so much for spreading the news about fostering. Again, we're getting more foster applications. We greatly appreciate it. It definitely seems like we have a capacity for helping more senior dogs, especially forever foster type dogs. So we're getting more traction there. We still would really love to be able to help alleviate the shelters of some of the, get dogs out of their kennels because they're full. So some of the constraints that are really worrying everyone leading up to the 4th of July, although we are not running Foster the 4th this year just because we don't have the power to do it right now, the funds and the fosters and things like that. I know that the shelter, Long Beach Animal Care Services, is running some sort of a program, and you can sign up to foster directly through them if you want to temporarily foster. So with that being said, check out the Blockhead Brigade page, check out Long Beach Animal Services, their website. And if you want to foster ongoing, long-term, or even if you want to just foster with Live, Love, and do it temporarily, although we are not clearing dogs out of the shelter for that temporary program, we are definitely looking to take some dogs in to rescue so we can hopefully make some impact on the overpopulation and the kennel space issue that's happening at the shelters. So keep spreading the word, folks. When you like and share and comment and post, it makes the world of difference. And we really appreciate you because broadening our rescue family. I had a phone call and it interrupted the video. But what I was saying is broadening our rescue family, you know, reaching out to new people in the community and really rallying together, especially at times like this leading up to the 4th of July, that's what saves lives. So thank you all so much for doing this. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'm sending each of you all of my love, and be well. We'll talk next week and get the word out about fostering. We need you. Thanks, guys.